I thought I knew my neighborhood. I'd lived on Maple Street for 6 years. I knew every house, every family, every dog that barked when you walked by. But I didn't know about the old man in the blue house until I saw her. The woman who changed everything. Hey everyone. Thanks for being here. Before I tell you this absolutely wild story, drop a comment and let me know. Where are you watching from? How's your day going? And if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that button now, because what I'm about to tell you is going to blow your mind. I promise you won't see this ending coming. My name is Kara. I'm 28. I work from home doing graphic design, which means I see everything that happens on my street. And trust me, not much happens on Maple Street. It's quiet, boring even, until 3 months ago. That's when I first noticed her. It was a Tuesday morning, around 9 a.m. I was getting coffee in my kitchen when I saw a black woman walking up to the blue house across the street. The blue house had been there forever. Old, kind of rundown, paint peeling. I'd never seen anyone go in or out except occasionally an old white man who walked with a cane. But this woman, she was different. She was maybe in her early 40s, wearing scrubs like she was a nurse or something. She carried a grocery bag in one hand and had keys in the other. She let herself in like she owned the place. I didn't think much of it. Maybe she was a home health aide. The old man was probably sick. But then she came back the next day. And the next. And the next. Every single day at 9 a.m., she showed up. Sometimes with groceries. Sometimes with cleaning supplies. Sometimes just with herself. She'd stay for about 2 hours, then leave. I started watching for her. I don't know why. Maybe because my life was boring and this was something different. Maybe because there was something about her that seemed genuine. She never looked rushed. Never looked annoyed. She'd walk up that path with this small smile, like she was actually happy to be there. One day, about 2 weeks in, I was getting my mail when she was leaving. "Hi," I said, trying to sound casual. She looked surprised, then smiled. "Oh, hi. You must be the neighbor." "Yeah, I'm Kara. I live right there." I pointed to my house. "I'm Lily," she said. "Nice to meet you. You take care of Mr. Henry," she finished. "Yes. I come by every day to help him out." "That's really nice of you. Are you a nurse?" "No, just a friend." She smiled again. "He doesn't have family nearby. I make sure he eats, that his house is clean, that he's okay." "Wow. That's really kind." She shrugged. "He's a good man. Deserves to have someone check on him." And then she left. Over the next few weeks, I started paying more attention. Lily came every single day. Rain or shine. Even on weekends. I saw her bring him groceries, help him to his mailbox, sit with him on the porch. Once I saw her painting his fence. She wasn't getting paid. I know because one day I asked her directly. "So the family pays you to take care of him?" "No," she said simply. "I do it because he needs help." "But why?" She looked at me like it was the strangest question. "Because he's alone. And nobody should be alone." I started talking to Mr. Henry too. He was 84 years old. Veteran. Wife died 10 years ago. He had a son, but they hadn't spoken in over 20 years. "Why not?" I asked once when I brought him some cookies. His face got sad. "We had a fight. A bad one. He left and never came back." "What was the fight about?" "His life choices. His wife." He shook his head. "I was wrong. I said things I shouldn't have. By the time I realized it, too much time had passed. He won't return my calls." "That's terrible." "It's my fault," Mr. Henry said quietly. "I was stubborn, proud, thought I knew better. And now," he gestured around his empty house. "Now I'm a foolish old man with nobody." "You have Lily," I pointed out. His face lit up. Yes, I have Lily. That woman is an angel. She just showed up one day, saw me struggling to carry groceries, and asked if I needed help. Been coming every day since. How long ago was that? Almost a year now. A year. Every single day for a year. I couldn't wrap my head around it. Then, 2 weeks ago, something changed. I was working at my desk when I heard cars. Multiple cars. I looked out the window and froze. 5 black SUVs were parked in front of Mr. Henry's house. Big, expensive SUVs with tinted windows. Men in suits got out. They looked like Secret Service or something. And then a man stepped out of the middle SUV. He was maybe 50, white, wearing a suit that probably cost more than my car. He had the same nose as Mr. Henry. The same eyes. The sun. Lily was already at the house. I saw her open the door, Saw her face when she saw all those cars. The son walked right past her without a word. I grabbed my phone and started recording. I don't know why. Instinct, I guess. For the next hour, I could hear shouting. Couldn't make out words, but I could hear anger. Then the door opened. The son walked out, followed by two of his men. And they were carrying boxes. Mr. Henry's stuff. His photos, his books, his things. What are you doing? I heard Lily shout. She was standing on the porch, looking furious. This is family business, the son said coldly. Stay out of it. He's an old man. You can't just. I'm his son. I can do whatever I want. He got back in his SUV. And then they all drove away, leaving Lily standing there, shaking, leaving Mr. Henry's door wide open. And when I looked closer, I saw Mr. Henry in the window. He was crying. I ran across the street. Lily was still standing on the porch, staring at where the SUVs had been. Her hands were shaking. What just happened? I asked. She turned to me, her eyes wet. His son. That was his son. He just took everything. What do you mean, everything? Come see. I followed her inside. The house was destroyed. Not physically, but everything that made it Mr. Henry's home was gone. The photos from the walls. The books from the shelves. The small TV he watched every night. Even his wife's urn. Mr. Henry was sitting in his chair, the only piece of furniture left in the living room. He looked smaller somehow. Broken. Mr. Henry? I said softly. He didn't look up. He's putting me in a home. What? My son. He says I'm not capable of living alone anymore. He's putting me in a nursing facility. Lily knelt beside him. Did you agree to this? I don't have a choice, he whispered. He has power of attorney. I signed it years ago when I was still trying to fix things between us. Thought if I showed I trusted him. His voice broke. This isn't right, I said. You can't just force someone into a home. He can if he has power of attorney and can prove I'm not competent, Mr. Henry said. And he will. He'll get doctors to say I can't take care of myself. But you can, Lily said fiercely. You're fine. You just need a little help. That's not how he'll spin it. Mr. Henry finally looked up. His eyes were empty. He's been waiting for this. Waiting for me to get old enough that he could swoop in and take control. Why? I asked. Why would he do this? Mr. Henry was quiet for a long moment. Then he said, money. Over the next few days, Lily and I pieced together the full story. 23 years ago, Mr. Henry's son Nathan married a woman named Sophia. She was Brazilian from a poor family. Mr. Henry didn't approve. He said terrible things. Things about her background, her skin color, her family. Nathan cut him off completely. They hadn't spoken since. But now Nathan was rich. Insanely rich. He'd built some tech company and sold it for billions. And he'd never forgotten what his father said about his wife. This is revenge, Lily said. He's putting his father in a home as punishment. But why now? I asked. Mr. Henry explained. I'm the last one with my name. When I die, the family name dies with me. Nathan changed his last name years ago to his wife's maiden name. He wants nothing to do with me. But you still have assets, Lily said slowly. The house. Savings. Not much. Maybe $200,000 total. The house is worth about $150,000. Savings about $50,000. That's what he wants, I said, realization dawning. He's going to put you in a state facility, sell your house, and pocket the money. Mr. Henry nodded. Probably. And there's nothing I can do about it. Lily went quiet after that. I could see her thinking. Planning. We have 3 days, she finally said. That's when they're coming to move him. 3 days to do what? I asked. To fix this. How? He has legal power. We can't just. I have an idea, Lily interrupted. But I need your help. And we need to move fast. That night, Lily explained her plan. We need to prove that Nathan is doing this out of spite, not concern. If we can show that Mr. Henry is perfectly capable of living independently with minimal support, and that Nathan is acting maliciously, we might be able to challenge the power of attorney. How? I asked. Documentation. We document everything. His daily routine. His mental state. Medical records showing he's competent. Character witnesses. Will that be enough? I don't know, Lily admitted. But it's all we have. For the next 2 days, we worked. Lily contacted a lawyer friend who agreed to help pro bono. I started documenting everything, taking photos, videos, getting statements from neighbors. Turned out everyone on the street knew Mr. Henry. And everyone had stories about how sharp he was, how he helped them, how he definitely didn't need to be in a nursing home. He fixed my lawnmower last month, one neighbor said. He does crossword puzzles every morning, another added. In pen, he walks a mile every day. Never misses. We compiled everything into a folder. But then Lily found something else. She was going through Mr. Henry's papers, looking for medical records, when she found an old letter. It was from Nathan, written 15 years ago. In it, Nathan apologized. Said he understood why his father had been upset about Sophia. Said he wanted to fix their relationship. Mr. Henry had never responded. Why didn't you write back? Lily asked gently. Mr. Henry's hands shook as he held the letter. Pride. Stubbornness. I thought I had time. That eventually I'd find the right words. But years passed and it got harder and harder until it felt impossible. He tried to reach out, I said. That means something. It means I failed him twice, Mr. Henry said. Once when I rejected his wife, and again when I rejected his apology. The night before Nathan was supposed to come back, Lily made a decision. I'm going to call him, she said. Nathan? I asked. He won't listen. He might, if I tell him the truth. What truth? Lily took a deep breath. That his father is dying. Really dying. The doctors think he has maybe a year, maybe less. Heart disease. And that if Nathan does this, if he takes away his father's home and dignity in his final year, he'll regret it for the rest of his life. Is that true? I asked. About the heart disease? Yes, Mr. Henry said quietly. I didn't want to worry anyone. But yes, it's bad. Lily pulled out her phone. Wait, Mr. Henry said. What if he doesn't care? What if it makes things worse? Then at least we tried, Lily said. And she called. Nathan didn't answer. Lily left a voicemail. Mr. Cross, this is Lily Thompson. I'm the woman who takes care of your father. I know you don't know me, and you have no reason to listen to me, but I'm begging you. Please call me back before tomorrow. It's urgent. It's about your father's health and his future. Please. She left her number and hung up. We waited. 1 hour. 2 hours. Nothing. He's not going to call, Mr. Henry said. He sounded resigned. Defeated. Give it time, Lily said. But I could tell even she was losing hope. At 11 p.m., Lily's phone rang. She looked at the screen and her eyes went wide. It's him. She answered on speaker. This is Nathan Cross. His voice was cold, professional. You left me a message about my father. Yes, thank you for calling back, Lily said, keeping her voice steady. I wanted to talk to you about. Let me stop you right there, Nathan interrupted. I don't know what my father told you, but this is a family matter. My father is elderly, living alone in a deteriorating house, with no family support. I'm doing what's best for him by moving him to a professional facility. He has support, Lily said. He has me. He has neighbors. He has a community. You're a stranger, Nathan said bluntly. You have no legal standing, no relationship to him. I've been taking care of him every single day for almost a year. Why? The question caught Lily off guard. What? Why do you take care of him? What do you get out of it? Nothing. I do it because he needed help and nobody else was there. Nathan laughed, but there was no humor in it. Nobody does something for nothing. What's your angle? Are you after his money? His house? I don't want anything. Lily said, her voice rising. I just don't want to see a good man spend his last year on earth in some facility away from everything he knows. His last year? Nathan's voice changed. What are you talking about? Your father has severe heart disease. He's been managing it with medication, but it's getting worse. The doctors say he might have a year. Maybe less. Silence. You're lying, Nathan said finally. I'm not. You can call his doctor. Dr. Patterson at County Medical. Ask him yourself. More silence. Even if that's true, Nathan said, his voice quieter now, it doesn't change anything. He still can't live alone. He's not alone, Lily repeated. That's what I'm trying to tell you. He has help. He has structure. He has dignity. If you put him in a home, you'll take all of that away. You don't understand. No, you don't understand, Lily interrupted, her voice breaking. I've watched my own father die in a nursing home. I watched him lose himself piece by piece. Watched the light go out of his eyes. It's not about the quality of the facility. It's about being ripped away from everything familiar when you're already dying. Nathan didn't respond. Your father made mistakes, Lily continued. He knows that. He regrets what he said about your wife. He's been living with that regret for over 20 years. But punishing him now, when he's at his weakest, when he's dying, that won't heal anything. It'll just give you a different kind of regret to live with. You don't know anything about my relationship with my father, Nathan said, but his voice had lost its edge. You're right. I don't. But I know your father. And I know he talks about you. About how proud he is of what you've built. About how he wishes he could take back what he said. About how he wrote you back after your letter, but never sent it because he was too scared. What letter? The one from 15 years ago, where you apologized and tried to reconnect. He wrote you back. 6 different drafts. Never sent any of them. He has them in a box under his bed. I saw Mr. Henry's eyes fill with tears. Nathan was quiet for a long time. Why are you telling me this? He asked finally. Because he's dying, Lily said simply. And when he's gone, all you'll have left are the choices you made in his final days. Choose carefully. Another long silence. I'll think about it, Nathan said. And he hung up. We sat in silence for several minutes. That didn't sound promising, I said finally. No, Lily agreed. It didn't. Mr. Henry stood up slowly. Thank you for trying. Both of you. But Nathan made his choice about me a long time ago. A phone call won't change that. He went to his bedroom. Lily and I looked at each other. What do we do now? I asked. We hope, Lily said. And we prepare for the worst. The next morning, the SUVs arrived. 5 of them, just like before. Men in suits got out. But this time, Nathan got out too. He stood on the sidewalk, staring at his father's house. Lily and I were on the porch. We'd come early, determined to at least be there for Mr. Henry when they took him. Nathan walked up the path slowly. When he reached us, he stopped. Is my father inside? He asked quietly. Yes, Lily said. Nathan nodded. He looked different than last time. Less angry. More sad. I called his doctor, he said. You were right. About the heart disease. I wouldn't lie about something like that. I know. He took a breath. I also found out some other things. About how you've been helping him. About how the whole neighborhood knows him and vouches for him. He looked at his shoes. I was wrong, he said quietly. I came here for the wrong reasons. I wanted to punish him. Wanted him to feel what it was like to be powerless and discarded. And now, Lily asked. Now I need to talk to my father. He walked past us and knocked on the door. Mr. Henry opened it. Father and son stared at each other. And then Nathan said the words that changed everything. I'm sorry, Dad. Can we talk? I didn't hear the conversation. Lily and I waited outside for over an hour while Nathan and Mr. Henry talked behind closed doors. The men in suits stood by the SUVs, looking confused. They'd clearly come expecting to move an old man out of his house. Now they were just waiting. Finally, the door opened. Nathan came out first. His eyes were red. Mr. Henry followed. He was crying too. But they were both smiling. We need to talk to you, Nathan said, looking at Lily. We all sat on the porch, me, Lily, Nathan, and Mr. Henry. I owe you an apology, Nathan said to Lily. I made assumptions about you, about your motives. I was wrong. It's okay. No, it's not okay, he interrupted. You did something incredible. You took care of my father when I wasn't there, when I refused to be there. And I repaid that kindness by treating you like a scam artist. Lily didn't know what to say. Nathan continued. My father and I just had the conversation we should have had 20 years ago. We talked about Sophia, about the things he said, about my letter, about all of it. And I couldn't help asking. Mr. Henry spoke up, his voice shaky. I apologized. Really apologized. Told him how wrong I was. How ashamed I've been. How much I've wanted to fix it, but didn't know how. And I told him that I forgive him, Nathan said. I should have done it years ago. But pride got in the way. Anger got in the way. Same, Mr. Henry said with a sad smile. We're both stubborn fools. Runs in the family, Nathan agreed. They looked at each other, and despite everything, they both laughed. It was a small laugh. Fragile, but real. So what happens now? Lily asked carefully. Nathan took a breath. Well, I came here with a plan to move my father into a facility. Obviously, that's not happening. Relief washed over Mr. Henry's face. But, Nathan continued, we do need to make some changes. Dad, this house is falling apart. The roof leaks. The electrical is old. You're living in conditions that aren't safe. I know, Mr. Henry admitted. I just can't afford to fix everything on my pension. I can, Nathan said simply. I'm going to renovate this house. Top to bottom. New roof, new electrical, new plumbing, whatever it needs. You're going to live here safely and comfortably. Nathan, I can't ask you to. You're not asking. I'm offering. I'm your son. Let me do this. Mr. Henry's eyes filled with tears again. Okay, thank you. Nathan turned to Lily. And you? I want to hire you. What? Officially hire you as my father's caregiver. Full-time salary, benefits, the works. You've been doing this for free for a year. That stops today. I don't need. Yes, you do, Nathan said firmly. Everyone deserves to be paid for their work. Especially work as important as this. I can't be here every day. I live in California. But knowing you're here, taking care of him, that gives me peace. Lily looked at Mr. Henry. Please say yes, the old man said. You've already changed my life. Let us change yours a little too. Lily wiped her eyes. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Nathan stood up and pulled out his phone. He made a call. Yeah, change of plans. We're not moving anyone. Instead, I need a full home renovation crew here by end of week. Total gut and rebuild, but the owner stays in place. Set up a temporary living situation in one wing while we work on the rest. Money's not an issue. Just get it done right. He hung up and looked at the men by the SUVs. You can all go. False alarm. The SUVs drove away one by one, until only one remained. I'm staying for a few days, Nathan told his father. We have 23 years to catch up on. And I want you to meet Sophia and your grandchildren. Grandchildren? Mr. Henry's face lit up. 3 of them. 2 girls and a boy. Ages 16, 14, and 11. They're flying in tomorrow. Mr. Henry sat down hard, overwhelmed. I have grandchildren. You do. And they want to meet you. If you want to meet them. Of course I do, Mr. Henry said, his voice breaking. Of course I do. Over the next few weeks, I watched everything change. A construction crew arrived and started working on the house. They set up a temporary bedroom for Mr. Henry in the garage, which they converted into a nice living space while they renovated. Nathan's family came. Sophia was beautiful and kind. When she met Mr. Henry, she hugged him without hesitation. I forgive you, she said simply. Life's too short to hold grudges. The grandchildren were amazing. They called him Grandpa Henry and showed him photos and videos on their phones, teaching him how to use technology. Lily became the glue that held it all together. She coordinated the construction, managed Mr. Henry's care, and somehow made everyone feel welcome and comfortable. Nathan set up a trust fund for his father's care and gave Lily a salary that made her cry. It's too much, she protested. It's not enough, Nathan corrected. You gave my father his dignity back. You can't put a price on that. 3 months later, the renovation was done. The house was beautiful, modern but still cozy, safe and accessible for Mr. Henry, but also big enough for family to visit. They had a big party to celebrate. The whole neighborhood came. I stood with Lily on the porch, watching Mr. Henry laugh with his grandchildren. You did this, I told her. You saved him. No, Lily said. I just showed up. That's all any of us can do. Just show up for people who need us. Most people don't, though. I know, she said. But imagine if we did. Imagine if everyone just helped one person who needed it. How different would the world be? I didn't have an answer. But watching Mr. Henry, who 3 months ago was alone and forgotten, now surrounded by family and love, I started to believe it was possible. I still live on Maple Street. Lily still comes every day to check on Mr. Henry, even though he doesn't need as much help anymore. Nathan visits once a month and calls every week. The grandchildren come every holiday. And Mr. Henry? He's thriving. Last week, he told me something that stuck with me. I wasted 23 years being too proud to fix things with my son. 23 years. But I got a second chance. Most people don't get that. And I got it because a stranger decided to be kind. Lily's not a stranger anymore, I said. No, he agreed. She's family. And so are you, Kara. Thank you for caring, for helping, for being there. I learned something important from all of this. That showing up matters. That small acts of kindness can change everything. That it's never too late to fix what's broken. And that sometimes, love shows up in the form of a woman who just refuses to let people be alone. Lily taught me that. Mr. Henry taught me that. And now I try to live it. because if we all took care of one person who needed us, there'd be a lot less loneliness in the world, a lot less regret, a lot more second chances, and maybe, just maybe, a lot more 5 SUV moments that end with forgiveness instead of heartbreak.